Okay. One. 1, 2, 3. Hello. That was the best one we've ever done.
It really was.
That means that this is going to be the best
be.
idea. That's
we've
a
ever
sign.
had.
That is a sign from
So,
everything that gives
just to
signs.
let everyone know, this is the first time LG and I have harmonized.
Like, actually harmonized.
And unfortunately, we've tried this often.
We've tried countless times.
I mean, spent an odd amount of time trying to harmonize just the word hello. We don't venture out very far. We have to stop with the word hello.
We digress before we even begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friends in the Wild podcast.
It has truly been a long time coming.
A very long time coming.
I'm Mally.
And I'm Laura Grace. These are our voices. If you can decipher them, you're better than our families.
Yeah,
Everyone says we sound the same. And we have wanted to start a podcast for a while. You know the old story. You're sitting with your friend having a hilarious conversation that you think is hilarious and probably no one else would. And then you say, you know what, we should start a podcast. We've done it for years. And
probably the last 2 years we've been talking about this. And then this past week, actually probably the past 3 days, we had a massive revelation walking into the Carm thrift store. We were being kind of a little goofy inside, and it was just like, we really need to start the podcast.
We were being insane in public.
We were. And
yeah, okay.
That night, we decided that
and ever since then, it is all that we have thought about.
Truly all that we have thought about.
We've got our cover art. That was so much fun to make. We've got our name.
Yes.
And I think we're both super excited about our name.
Yeah, let's talk about how it came about. So, Friends in the Wild is kind of something Laura Grace and I say often. So, for example, if you are at your job, your coworkers, you're friends with them, but that doesn't necessarily mean you would be friends in the wild. You're friends simply because you're in the same setting, which is your job. So, you have a cashier, and she's just not, or he, is not the right vibe with you. Laura Grace and I will sometimes look at each other and just be like, we would not be friends with them in the wild. Or, vice versa, we'll meet someone super cool, and we're like, I wish we were friends in the wild. So, which I have a perfect example, something I heard today that I've been saving to tell you.
You've been saving it. You've been saving it for the pod. Okay.
So someone was telling me today that this girl was speaking to him about concerts, and the Taylor Swift concert got brought up.
Oh, of course.
And she
as it does.
This girl says that she was forced to go to the Taylor Swift concert by her friends. That's someone I simply would not be friends with in the wild.
I'm sorry, there are just so many things wrong. And since we've been advised not to talk about Taylor Swift the entire podcast,
this is a disclaimer that she will be mentioned, but she will not be the sole subject.
We'll do our best. We could totally do a weekly hour about Taylor Swift, but, that's not all there is to us. There's more, we promise. Yeah, that's totally not someone we would be friends with in the wild.
So, we were just discussing the name of the podcast the other night, and
we're walking into TJ Maxx.
Yeah. We're like, it needs to be something that we say often. And Friends in the Wild is the only one we thought of. And it just stuck.
Yeah, that's the only thing we say.
That's all we ever say. Sorry, guys.
That's our only joke.
But it fits, and I think it's perfect.
I think it's so perfect, and I love our cover art, and I'm just gotta tell you, Mally, I'm so excited to be here.
Thanks, Laura. It's so fun.
Should we start doing this like a sports broadcast?
Like a news anchor.
That's you with weather.
Also, the whole just in the wild thing kind of just relates to how we are very normal girls.
We're out here in the wild.
Seriously.
We are literally out here.
We're not influencers. We don't really know what gave us the mindset that we could do this, but we're gonna do it.
Ask me what gave you the confidence to do this.
What gave you the confidence to do this?
Delusion?
Yeah, that's us. So next we are just gonna talk about a little bit about who we are. So I feel like I've done a lot of talking So you take it over.
I will go for it. So, my name is Laurie Grace Jenkins, as I've mentioned, and I am in college. I'm 22. We're both 22. Feeling 22. And I am going to graduate in May, which is pretty exciting. This is my last semester, so I'm trying to live it up, soak it all in. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job at that. I've loved my college experience. I've loved every part of my life, so I'm very lucky. I would say my dad growing up would always say every stage of his life just got better and got better and got better, and we would always say until we became teenagers, because I'm sure that was not fun. But anyway, that's kind of how I feel so far, and I'm grateful to have that feeling. But in the future, I hope to go to law school. That is the plan as of now. And I took the LSAT recently, and I'm waiting on that score release. If you know me personally, do not be texting me asking me what I got on the LSAT, please. That will be triggering for me.
Forget you heard that.
Please. If you're going to, send a trigger warning. No, I'm just kidding. You can ask. But I don't promise to tell you. I'll know on Wednesday.
You'll be like, how did you even know I took it?
Yeah.
Who told you? Like,
putting this out into the world.
You're like, just testing to make sure you listen to the pod.
This is a test.
This is a test. Anyone who knows us, text us the word turtle if you're listening. Kidding.
Not kidding. If you don't text me turtle and I stop talking to you, you'll know why. I'm just kidding. Oh God, I have 3 brothers. I go to college semi close to my hometown where my family is, and I'm home a lot. I like being home. I'm very rooted here, which is definitely a blessing and a curse. And I'll probably talk more about that later, because that's a reoccurring theme in my life. But what else? What do I like to do for fun?
I love to sew.
I'm crafty,
yeah. And crochet.
I like to just make things.
And paint.
Kind of.
And read. Yeah. You actually have a lot of hobbies. Which is fun.
Thank you. Recently, someone in my life has been telling me that I don't have a lot of hobbies. And I'm I have a lot of hobbies, I feel like.
And that's why they're not the co-host. I'm sorry.
You're so right. You recognize my hobbies. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, back to you.
Okay, so I'm Mally Cole, and I actually don't go to college because I graduated. I actually just graduated in December, and I am now a newly licensed nurse. I found out, actually, I took the NCLEX 1 week ago today, and found out I passed, so now I'm starting my new job in the next week, and I'm super excited, but also, as everyone is starting something new, I'm very nervous, so it'll be nice to talk about and to look back on just this time period in our life, because we are going through some pretty major changes.
Yeah,
right
I think
now.
this is the perfect time to start something like this. Just
Yes.
as, if nothing else, just like a auditory diary,
Yeah.
like a scrapbook.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. So I'm just awaiting starting my new job and making some big girl money, which is really exciting.
Oh, I saved this to tell you on the pod. I have to keep up with your lifestyle, of course, now that
Now that I'm gonna be so bougie.
literally rolling in dough.
Yeah.
So even though
I'll
you've
send you an
already
allowance.
even though you've already spent your first paycheck,
I bought a new phone 2 months before I started my job.
and that's on credit.
And it is on credit. And I'll pay it.
Yeah, racking up
So,
some debt.
I'm just trying to build my credit
You
score.
can't be
It was
overwhelmed.
really just
you
for
have
the
to have
pot.
really, honestly.
I just needed to build my credit score, so I bought a new phone.
You needed some content to share with the podcast that we hadn't started yet.
Right.
But anyway, I need to keep up with your lifestyle, of course. So I'll probably start waiting tables soon, and then I'll also have another job that I work in the mornings at a law firm. And so yeah, look at me working 2 jobs.
Just trying working 2 to keep up with my 1.
Seriously,
You are a
and
trooper.
it's not gonna even come close to measuring up.
Yeah, right. Did you forget the part where I'm a nurse? I'm kidding. Anyways, let's move on. So, we're going to talk about a little how we became friends and just our life together. We both live in a very small town in East Tennessee, and our whole lives, born and raised, and we love it here, which, yes, we will talk about later, because it definitely has so many pros, but there are a few cons.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I wish that we were the type of people who, like, hated it here and just wanted to get
Could
out.
get away.
I like, honestly, you know,
no, I
because then
definitely agree.
we could just go and not feel so...
But there's just something about where we live.
in our families, really.
Yeah, we both have great families.
Mhm.
So,
And we've loved growing up here.
right. So, we met probably when we were about 4 or 5. Her oldest brother and my sister are the same age, and they swam together whenever we were younger. So, we would always hang out at the pool and play together, and then it kick-started the ultimate friendship, I think.
I think so, too. I think that... what would we have done without our older siblings on swim team? Well, actually, we just would have met in kindergarten. We would have met a couple months later.
It is a small town, and we would have just, I don't know, went to school
So
together.
then we went to kindergarten together. We have lots of memes from kindy.
Yes, and
Is that a thing
We
people
just-
say?
probably not.
Kindy?
and
The kindergartners
disclaimer.
abbreviate it.
LG and I will cut off the ending of words.
We love an abbreviation.
Yes, for anyone who knows the phrase screaming, crying, throwing up, I just, earlier in a conversation, I simply said screaming, crying, throwing. Drop the up, because
And that's just a better way of saying that.
Anyways, we need to give also another little tidbit that we have had just the ultimate friend groups our entire life.
Yeah,
We
we've
have-
always had. In high school,
I
always.
mean, elementary, middle, high school, we've always had such great friend groups. And then, obviously, we went to college at 2 different places, and we had great friend groups there. So,
We've been very lucky in that aspect.
and hopefully our friends will want to come on one day and
yeah.
talk
Shout
about
out
us.
to all of our friends from all different stages of our
Yes.
lives.
We really have just been so lucky to have the
agree.
friends that we have and just to grow up the way we have. And anyways, getting back to how we've become friends. So I would say going into college is really when,
When we became absolute, like, inseparable best friends.
yes, I would say so.
In high school, we never, it's not that we ever grew apart. We were always
No.
really close.
We've always been very close, but now we are oddly attached at the hip.
Yeah.
But it has been so fun because you just always have someone to do something with.
Yeah. And it's also, I think it's good that we've gone to different colleges and, like,
Oh, yeah.
although
It
I
would have
do
been
s-
iconic.
I
if we
do
went to
still
the-
wish we went to the same one.
Yes.
But it's been nice to, like, honestly just have 2 different towns that we can hang out at. 3 different towns that we can hang out
a lot
in.
of gas was spent
Definitely.
traveling back and forth, but it has been so fun because you would come to my college and we would hang out there, and you would get to see my side of the college experience, and then I would go to where you go, and then it's 2 completely different
very different.
scenes. So it was always fun just to kind of play around. And
And
live
they're
each
like an
other's
hour and a
lives.
half apart, so it's doable, but it's still, it kind of feels like a
you have to spend the night,
adventure. Yeah.
which
It's
is
like
even
a-
better.
Yeah. So
So
we've had a great time through college, and now
Yeah.
it's almost over. I mean, yours is
I
over,
know.
but, like, the college era
Yeah.
is almost
and we'll
completely
definitely
over.
have to go into depth like about our experiences later.
Yeah.
Maybe a future episode.
We have so many stories to share.
Yes.
Thursday night concerts to discuss.
Yes. So when I was in probably first grade, I think, I actually moved in beside LG. We live 1 minute apart and have for the last, probably 15 years, if not more,
Probably like 17 years.
which is insane. So every snow day we've spent together,
Every single snow day. That was always our thing.
yes. The snow came and I knew she was coming to my house because I have a huge hill out front.
Oh, and by the way, just the other day, we had a huge snow. Huge snow. The biggest we've
Yeah.
seen in, like,
I think maybe our lives. We had 7
maybe.
and 3/4 inches, which is unheard of where we live.
And anyway, Mally put me on a death trap and I hurt my knee. It has just healed, and that was
So-
like at least a week and a half ago.
So she has this huge sled. Obviously, we have to go down together because we can't do anything
Obviously.
by ourselves. And we nailed a tree. And my dad was standing at the top, and he said that you could just see the snow falling out of the tree.
We hit the tree and it just starts snowing again. What was I gonna say? Oh, also we were probably going at every bit of 25 miles
Oh
an
yeah,
hour.
we were zooming.
We were zooming down through there.
But
anyway, moving
that's
right
kind of
along.
been something we've always done, is just snow days together.
Yeah.
And it's just been really fun and so just convenient. And I feel almost like fairy tale-ish that we are neighbors and best friends and
Yeah.
just have always grown up together.
Yeah,
It's
when you
been
like zoom out and look at it, it's very like I'm
like
sure little
storybook-worthy.
us loved it and big us loved it.
Absolutely loves it.
Grown up us. So Mally, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you say, let's talk a little bit more about our careers, just a little.
Okay.
Our hopeful careers. Well, yours is starting literally in 2 days. So, would you say that nursing is your dream job? Actually,
Oh gosh.
you don't have a dream job.
I don't dream of having a
You
job.
do not dream of labor, and that is for sure.
No, I actually have a hot take that I've recently discovered this past week. Because I've kind of been getting
You're big
a
on hot
glimpse.
takes.
Yeah, I really am. I've been getting a glimpse into what a stay-at-home life would be like. I think I would go stir crazy. Because, especially right now, I don't have children. And I don't really want to clean all day.
Yeah, Mally told me today, I was like, so what's been up? And she's like, as if we haven't been talking. I'm like, so let's catch up for the past 15 minutes. That is literally how it's felt recently. Like, you went to, like, okay, you went on a run, and I was like, she doesn't text me in a little bit.
And I only ran a mile, so you know it wasn't long.
It was about 9 minutes.
Oh, you didn't have to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I mean, it was about 4.5 minutes. I was like, so what have you been doing today? And she was like, I mopped the walls of the laundry room. It's like, great. I've never mopped walls in my life. That's another thing. Mally's very top A. Very clean, very organized, very always gonna study. And I genuinely am so jealous of this because that does not come easily to me. I'm messy and unorganized. I'm doing better, I think.
But you're very adventurous and go with the flow.
Yeah, but that
So.
also means unreliable.
That is.
That's my New Year's resolution. Don't talk about how I'm unreliable.
Anyways, we're gonna move on. And I don't even know. Oh, is nursing my dream job? I'm gonna say it's definitely what I thought I had a calling for, and still think that I have a calling for. But it's a calling that comes with a lot of mental strain because there's a lot of responsibility in it.
Mm-hmm.
You have literally hold people's lives in your hands, and that can be very taxing on your mind. Even in like just the clinicals I've done, you kind of go home thinking, did I give the right dose of this medicine? Am I sure I did this right? Am I sure I did that right? Did I miss something, not catch something? So they say you don't take it home with you, but you kind of do because you don't
Mentally,
know what happens to a patient after you clock out, So I have a love-hate relationship with the calling, I think, because I wish that I could be called to a job that I don't want to sound
No, that's like low
insensitive.
stakes.
Yes, like that doesn't have people's lives on the line.
Mm-hmm.
But, this summer we were talking, and there's really no job that has, like, no purpose.
No, yeah, exactly.
Even fast food, like,
Even
they give people food.
podcasting.
Yeah. This is actually why we're starting.
Yeah, we're actually only in it for the money.
Because, we have so many people.
Yeah, we're
wanting to
expecting,
listen.
like, probably 500,000
I told LG if we
listeners.
get 20
Lowballing
listens,
it.
I'm going to be pretty impressed.
I think we know 20 people who will listen.
I'm just saying.
We've been talking about all our great friends.
They better show up.
Where are they in our time of need?
But I'm excited. I dream of having other jobs too, if that makes sense. Like I have a few things that I think would be super fun to do.
For sure.
But I think for now, nursing's where I'm supposed to be, so I'm excited.
Well, Mally has followed the career decisions of important historical figure Florence Nightingale, and I have followed the career decisions of a similarly important historic figure, I would say equally as revered, Elle Woods.
Yes.
So, we're really neck and neck in, like, importance.
Really? Yeah. Elle Woods really set the bar.
She was a trailblazer.
And took the bar, may I add.
Also took the bar. And also made a 70-something on her LSAT. Could not be me.
And you know what? She's better than her boyfriend. Just adding that in there.
She said, what, like it's hard?
So, how are you feeling about your future career?
I'm very excited about it, especially recently. First of all, and this is not what I should start with, but it just is what popped into the brain, so it is what I'm going to start with. I love business casual. I love to wear business clothes.
She has a calling to the outfit of a
That is
lawyer.
So true.
And just like Elle Woods, she was called to the fashion of it all.
So
and you are. Something about being your best friend is the constant nag in my mind of what am I gonna wear? Because I know you're gonna show up and show out. And it'll be something, you'll be like, oh, I just got it for 3 cents the other day.
I'm, like, actually, recently, I have been the best bargain shopper. I've gotten some of the cutest things.
And I'm
for
over here
pennies.
scavenging in my
No,
closet.
our styles are very different. I won't say very different. Compared to, like, a lot of other people, they're very similar. But, your style, and I remember being in kindergarten, and I'm not even making this up. Kindergarten, 2nd grade, and being like, Mally dresses, like, so cool, like, teenager-y, you know? Because you would wear, I don't know how to explain it.
No, I perfectly know how to explain it. I will tell you what I wore. I wore plaid shorts that touched the knee.
That is so
and
not.
Justice t-shirt with the monkey on it.
I just remembered something. We had matching red Justice sweaters, and I never wore stuff like that. Well, I did have some Justice stuff.
Oh, because you would never shop at Justice.
No.
Meanwhile, my family...
I always it was my mom.
My family was scavenging the clearance rack at Justice. I'm not kidding. No, my mom told me the other day, she's like, yeah, we only got clearance.
So she's a bargain shopper. We support her.
She started me young, and I'm the woman I am today because of it.
So
I'm
true.
a Justice stan, and I will actually
Can you
admit
believe?
I still have 2 Justice items that I wear very regularly.
And would you like to share with
Nope.
us?
We're just going to leave it to the imagination.
We are moving right along.
Right. So anyways, LG is a fashion law icon.
Yeah, okay. I do love clothes. I think everyone who knows me knows that. But I definitely also am excited for, like, the work. And I think that I do kind of have a passion for it. And I'm very interested in it. I was listening to some of the lawyers, you know, like, doing their thing today. And I was just thinking, like, man, they just figure stuff out all day, you know? And I love that. And I'm excited.
I think you're going to make a great lawyer.
Thank
Laura
you.
Grace has always been just so effortlessly smart and intelligent. And
Thanks.
Just-
Keyword there, effortlessly. Unfortunately.
But, I mean, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
You're very knowledgeable about a lot of different things. You have a great
Thanks.
vocabulary.
Oh.
You know, we may not see all the sides of that on the podcast because we're going to be talking about very surface level stuff.
We revert back to 6th grade when we were
But
together.
I've always just admired how effortlessly, like I said, smart and just intelligent. And it's very, I know that might sound weird, but it's inspiring. It makes me, like, want to read more, keep up with, you're always up with the current events and stuff of politics.
Of pop culture.
And politics. You always kind of know what's going
Thanks.
on, and I admire that about you. Makes
Thank
me want
you.
to become more
Well,
educated
I
as
have
well.
2 things to say regarding that. First of all, I'm afraid that I don't use my talents enough. I'm afraid that I don't nurture them. Yeah, you know the phrase, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard? I feel like that's me, you know? But I'm really working on it. I see the issues and I'm working on it.
I think now is your time. I
For
don't
sure.
think you've really had to nurture it, but
You're
law
right.
school
Law
is your
school
time
is my time to shine. I'm gonna figure it all out. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna work hard.
You are.
I'm so going to. Anyway, future law schools, if you're listening, I promise I will. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Oh, the new thing that I'm gonna get into. This is about to be a finance podcast because I downloaded Robinhood. I'm about to buy some stocks.
Oh, are you? Me too, I guess, with my 401k.
You're so right. I'm in a futures and options class right now, which is, I literally still don't know what it is. I know, like, a very baseline
Yes,
level.
it's probably like looking at the future and your options.
No, yeah, it's actually like fortune telling.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's gonna read our palms next week.
It's a witch class. No, it's futures and options is like sort of stocks. I don't actually want to be a finance podcast, so I'm not going to explain. So just look out. I'm about to be literally filthy rich after I buy some Apple stock.
Okay.
And some Class
well,
A.
I can't wait.
What's Warren Buffett's something
You're
Hathaway?
speaking Spanish right now. So.
Berkshire Hathaway. I'm going to buy some Class A. That's stock worth like $5,500. $5,500. That's not a number. Over $500,000 per stock. So yeah, I'm just gonna like hit them up.
Right.
See if they'll sell me some
Get
at a discounted shop. I'll get some Berkshire Hathaway stock from the Goodwill.
That's hilarious.
From TJ Maxx.
So we kind of wanted to do some get to know us, but I was thinking about how at the beginning of class people would be like, tell us 3 interesting facts about you. And I would sit there and be mind-boggled because
suddenly you know nothing about yourself.
I'm really not interesting at all. So we came up with some questions that we're going to ask each other just to get a more insight of who we are, but not make our listeners bored out of their minds.
Yeah.
So the first question is, describe your perfect day.
Oh my gosh. I haven't even thought, we thought of these questions prior, but I did not even think of this until now. Have you seen Miss Congeniality? When it says, describe your perfect day, and she says, probably April, I can't remember the date right now. April 24th?
Yeah.
'Cause it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. So, anyway, I'll actually answer it correctly. My perfect day, this is so difficult because it could just be so many things. But I think that, I hate to say it, it's cliche, but I do think that I'm at the beach. I do think that it's warm. I do think it involves a very long walk, like a 7-mile walk, just to kind of run on the hamster wheel, start of the day, go ahead and get some of that energy out.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I view my days like I'm running on a hamster wheel and I have to get so tired so that I can go to sleep at night. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Yeah, but when I thought of my perfect day, it wasn't going to be walking 7 miles.
Okay, that might be ambitious. Maybe walking like 4 miles.
Yeah.
That would be fun. And like a chatty walk. Like you and I going to walk. You're involved in my perfect day.
Like the time we walked 13 miles.
Mallie, you're in my perfect day.
Well, I was expecting to be. I was waiting for my perfect day would be waking up beside Mallie.
Colin, look out. So my perfect day would, I would do that. I would be with you, truly. I would be with my family, probably. And I don't know, I would probably play some games. I love to play, like, organized games, like a board game, cards.
We're really big on Scrabble.
What's, like, my very favorite? I would probably make something. Like, I would crochet. I'm being a little lame.
No.
And then I would watch, at this point in time, probably Harry Potter. I'm in my Harry Potter era.
Yeah, I knew that. That's kind of weird. But it just sounds like a fulfilling day. Good for the soul.
I think so, too.
So, my perfect day, I think I would wake up semi-early and go for a run or something, simply for the feeling of accomplishment.
Right.
And just feel good about myself.
You can't feel like you're a bum on your perfect day.
No, you really can't. And then I would get ready for the day, probably go to a coffee shop, and then specifically within walking distance, I would go to some thrift stores and find, obviously, the most...
Your perfect day is in a walkable city.
It really is.
Or a walkable town.
I would find the most unique, unheard of finds at the thrift store for the cheapest prices.
You would find, like... You know what you would find, truthfully? Even though I'm looking at it right now? We're currently recording in Mally's closet, because, the acoustics. It would be the most perfect American flag sweater.
Too bad I've already done it. Really, I'm not kidding.
We'll go over that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Keep looking out for that episode.
But then I think I would get lunch at a little shop that's so cute. And then really just have a relaxing evening. I think I would go on a sunset walk, have dinner, and then probably end the night with a good movie. So very low-key, very chill. It's summer, though. Don't get it twisted. This ain't happening warm in the winter.
Yeah.
It will be summer. But, yeah. So.
Mine would definitely involve, as much as I hate to say it, going and buying a coffee.
Yeah, I will be spending money
I love to make
birthday.
you... Yeah.
You have
Actually, my perfect day involves someone giving me about $2,000 and saying, you can spend this, it's not going to hurt anyone or anything. Like,
Right.
go spend this on whatever you want.
Or even better, gift cards to everywhere you want to go.
Yes.
Because they don't count.
Or cash, because that doesn't count either. As I said, finance podcast.
We'll teach you how to really save your money, y'all.
So yeah, that's our perfect days, I think.
That is our perfect
What
day.
is the next question? One moment.
I think it's on you.
All right, what is a movie or TV quote that you find yourself quoting often?
And I'm so excited to answer this question. And it's from the one and only Christmas Vacation. And it is, and why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
You do say, I don't know, Margot, all the time.
Basically, to any question I don't know, it's going to be, I don't know, Margot.
You're gonna be calling the person Margot.
Yes, my family is diehard Christmas Vacation fans. We watch it every Christmas, usually Christmas Eve with my cousins, which only adds to the vibe even more. But we love Christmas Vacation, so it takes the cake every time.
Well, unfortunately, I don't like my answer to this question, but I do have to be honest to our loyal listeners. My most quoted movie quote is from the Lego Movie.
Gosh.
Your family loves Christmas Vacation. Mine loves the Lego Movie. My dad loves it. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It is actually genuinely hilarious. Anyway, so Lego people have claw hands, of course. And in the Lego Movie, Bad Cop says, he goes, I believe you. See the quotations I'm making with my claw hands? That means I don't believe you. And that is the lamest movie quote of all time, but I'm gonna be saying that at least every day. At least once a day.
And it adds character to you.
You're so right.
I'm just trying to make you
I'm
feel
seeming
better
like
at this
such
point.
a nerd. Berkshire Hathaway in the Lego Movie.
While
That's my
you
person.
knit
And Harry
sew.
Potter. Oh my gosh, you're so right. I promise I'm normal. I'm a normal person.
Alrighty, so let's move on to the next one. And it's ideally, how would you spend your birthday?
Well, me and Nellie are both big birthday people. And why would you not be? It's the celebration of people's existence, you know?
Yes, we are birthday
That's
advocates.
so fun. Honestly, we're just celebration advocates.
Yeah, we find
We
a reason.
love to celebrate.
Yes, but unfortunately, we both tend to get the birthday blues.
We are birthday blues girls. We're gonna cry on our birthdays.
We are every
I don't
year.
think we did 22 though.
But it's because it was 22.
You're
you
right.
know? We had no
She
reason to
who
cry.
shall not be named took away our tears.
She did with her own hand.
She wiped.
I was quoting the Bible, relating it to Taylor Swift. Anyways,
Oh man.
how would you spend your birthday?
Okay, this is truly how I would spend my birthday. Going about my normal everyday activities, but every single person I talk to knows it's my birthday.
I was
And
about to
they
say it's just my
say-
perfect day, but everyone's thinking of
Mine
me.
is not my perfect day. Mine is literally just my normal day. I go to class, and it's also not a weekend. Sorry, but it's not. I want everyone to know. Remember when you were in middle school and your birthday fell, if your birthday was, in the summer, that kind of stunk. Because, you weren't at
I
school.
was born on Thanksgiving.
No, I know, but,
I was never in school.
couldn't be us. We have the best months for birthdays, but for people whose, birthday was in the summer.
Yeah, because no one was around.
Yeah. I mean, they
I
could have a
definitely
pool
get-
party, and that's fun, but...
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah, you want everyone to know it's your birthday.
Yeah, I think any birthday would be good as long as everyone knows it's your day.
Exactly.
They don't have to get you anything.
So I'm going to class and everybody's saying, "Oh my gosh, Larry Grace, isn't it your birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't expect anyone to notice." Meanwhile, put it on everyone's calendar.
has a sash
But
on.
send everyone Google Calendar evots.
That's very true. I would agree with your answer. Just everyone knows it's your day.
Mm-hmm.
And texts you.
That's all that makes it special.
I know.
Everyone
It's just
knows.
taking the time out to send someone to every time it's my birthday, I'm like, "Ugh, I've got to send everyone I know a happy birthday text when it's on their birthday.
And then the next day she's like, too much work.
I'll text them in an hour, and then
that's so true.
It's like 11:45 at night.
I do have intentions to text people happy birthday, but you know what they say about good intentions?
They're good as the thought. I really don't know.
They pave the way to hell. Oh. Good intentions pave the road to hell. That's not a curse word. It's a place.
Be an explicit.
We're gonna have to turn on the explicit thing.
That's funny. Okay, next question.
Coming right up. One moment. Okay, what is the best non-Taylor Swift concert you've ever been to? Just for the record, guys, we did go to Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, we definitely did. So that would take the cake.
And
obviously.
that's all we're going to say about it. We're going to leave it at that.
Leave it at that. I'm going to say Megan Maroney at the Mill and Mine. We went the night I graduated college, and it was just so... It was the perfect ending to the night, and I really had a great time. But honestly, I don't think I've been to a bad concert. I love them all. I love a concert.
Even if it's a bad, like the singing is bad, I just love the atmosphere of a concert.
Right.
You know?
The right company and the right atmosphere, it'll set you up.
Oh, I do have to add like an outdoor free concert to my perfect day. Like, that you can walk to within walking distance.
Oh, yes. I agree, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely part of my perfect day. Maybe with with the sun setting behind it, I can just see it.
Okay, so what's your favorite non-Taylor Swift concert you've been to?
I really love concerts at the Mill and Mine, and it's like a small concert venue in Knoxville, and it's like standing room only, and it's just a good like vibe. Everyone's just packed in there, and it's very like classic concert vibe, I would say. And I really loved Megan as well, but I also really loved Flatland Cavalry, which I saw probably like a year ago, and just like everything about the night was perfect. It was just such a good time.
And we have a lot of exciting concerts in the lineup for this year too. We've got some.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, some.
I was like, who?
Who? Never. So I think we have maybe 2 more questions, possibly.
Yeah. Is it my turn? Oh, yes. So. I'm sorry. Okay. If you had to live outside of the state of Tennessee, which could happen.
Yeah.
Very realistically. Even though we won't stop podcasting.
No, we'll find a way.
We will be podcasting in perpetuity. Anyways, if you had to live outside Tennessee, where would you choose?
Everyone would say this. I really think
It's
so.
Okay.
I think it would be so fun to live in Hawaii.
I knew you were going to say that.
I love summer so much. And there's still mountains. It's beautiful. I know people are going to be like, no, don't move there because it's, you don't want to ruin the culture. I'm not moving there, guys. It's just hypothetical.
It's just hypothetical, guys. Stop coming at us.
You can't say it wouldn't be fun.
For sure. No, it would be great.
Literally volcanoes around.
Mm-hmm.
It would be just... And then everyone would want to stay with you for their vacation. So
Definitely.
Your family would still be coming. And you could obviously just go back to the mainland. And
the mainland.
That's what it's called. I wasn't going to say the
I think you're right, but that just... It was like the continental U.S. I feel like it's probably called the mainland.
North America.
Mainland.
Specifically the United States.
I just think it's funny to say mainland for some reason. Anyways, I think my answer to that question is I don't think I ever will because, again, we have the whole conflict of being grounded. But I think I would love to live abroad, specifically Spain.
I would love for you to live there.
I have my heart set on Spain right now. I don't know. Honestly, I would love to live in any other country. I also would love to live in Africa for a little bit. I went to Africa a couple summers ago, and I just kind of fell in love with it, which everyone does when they go to Africa. Everyone's like, I fell in love with it. But,
Did you bless the rain?
I did as well.
Down in Africa?
For sure. Yeah, so I actually wrote that song about my trip, and that's how much I fell in love with it. Oh, creativity struck. Creativity.
No words, just
Creativity called, and I answered. And also, I think those are words in another language, unfortunately, for you.
I'm now crying. So, okay.
Anyway. Unfortunately, my answer is any of the, over almost 200 countries. I don't know how many countries there are in the world. Almost 200 countries.
Well, we should have just admitted that question.
Except Canada.
Okay, last
I don't want to live in Canada.
How would 7-year-old you react to your life now?
I love this question.
That's good, because you picked it.
Okay, the little picture of us in the cover, we're thinking about them. What would they think?
I think they would be so excited.
They would be so pleased, truly.
I really
And that
do
makes
think
me
so.
that makes me like kind of emotional if I think about it, because all I ever wanted when I was little was to like be a teenager, like a young adult, you know?
Oh, yeah.
All I
definitely
ever
agree.
wanted. My mom said people would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I would say a teenager. And you know what? Those days are done. I'm no longer a teenager. Checked that one off, so I have to come up with a new dream. I think they would be so pleased, especially with our podcast.
Yeah, I think they would be really happy at this exact moment.
Yeah, they'd be so proud of us right now.
I do
And that
agree.
makes it all worthwhile. All our hard work.
Okie dokie. So we're just going to do some rapid fire would you rather questions.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Do
excited.
you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Would you rather live forever with an eyelash in your eye or spinach in your teeth?
Ew. Okay. Because I'm selfish, probably spinach in my teeth, because you don't feel that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Do
wear
you feel it?
contacts.
Do you feel the spinach?
I'm going to say no, but everyone sees it. It's like between your front two teeth.
Honestly, gaps in your teeth are kind of trendy.
Models have
It's
them.
a fashion statement.
Yeah, I wear contacts, so if I had an eyelash in my eye, it would be game over. I would be so down for the count. So I'm saying spinach in my teeth. What's yours? Your next, would you rather? Are we doing alternating?
We will.
Okay.
Wait, how many do you have?
6, that's what you told
Okay.
me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just
Forgot.
following rules.
We're gonna have our first fight on the podcast.
This is the last episode. It's been so fun.
Okay, would you rather have, this one's just simple, more time or more money?
Tom,
Okay.
any day.
I was hoping you would say money so that we could
Oh.
argue. So we could have our first argument.
Oh,
No, but
I'm actually not that
I was
vain.
thinking about that when I was writing that question. Actually, I found it on the internet. I didn't write that. And I didn't write those 5 words.
Wow.
The only reason that you want more money, realistically, is to, like, have the time to travel and to, like, I think, like, people, what do people want money for? Maybe, like, to buy a boat, but what do you want a boat for? To spend time with your family, like, quality time with your family. So really the only reason you want money is, like, to kind of buy yourself some time, so.
But falling back on the old saying, money is the root of all evil.
You're so
I'm choosing
right.
time.
You love quoting the Bible. Is that in the Bible?
Yeah,
Maybe
I think.
not. Let's just move
I
that
think
along.
really religious people say it. So,
So, like, probably.
so yeah. Okay. Would you rather adopt a British accent every time you're having a serious conversation, or laugh every time someone cries?
Truthfully, I already do both of those things. When do you have a British accent?
Every time it's a serious conversation.
No, Mally.
So you're
Did
like,
you model that after my laugh?
I'm just, I knew it fit perfectly, so I had to ask. You're presenting to the judge, your
Oh my
defendant just murdered someone, and you're like, excuse me, sir, he's innocent, love. Or the family of the murdered victim
No,
comes
I'm like,
talking to me,
I'm
and
like-
you're cackling in
I'm
their
like,
face.
Your Honor. Oh, man, that was a terrible British accent. I kind of have an okay British accent, but saying Your
Honor, love.
Honor? Okay, we have to cut that out. That's the worst British accent
We're
ever.
not cutting it.
Anyway, I don't know how to say this word either.
It's
I'm
not
trying
like
to
it's a
say
different
reckless.
language.
I'm translating it.
Also, we have silent laughs, so if
We
you
don't
hear-
have good podcast
If you hear us go
laughs.
silent for a second, it's because we're laughing.
If you hear us breathing like we're dogs, panting, that's our laughs. Don't be alarmed.
We're gonna have to start purposely making sound.
Anyway, I can't speak in a British accent. I'm getting camera shy.
Just answer the
I'm
question.
getting microphone shy. I kind of do laugh when people cry. I'm not a good
I'm gonna say the British accent because you can really hurt someone's feelings with that.
Yeah, but I would
We're
never
laughing at them.
win a case, or they would just think I was British.
So you're gonna put your career success over someone's emotional well-being? I'm just saying.
Well, my career success is also some people's emotional well-being. I'm representing someone who
Just
like
move to Britain and become a woman.
Brit. You're so right. Common law is like based on the UK, so it's basically the same thing. It translates.
Simple solution. Forget I ever even asked this question.
Forget it. No, let me actually give you a concrete answer. Probably the British accent because it'll be fun, you know? People would they would eventually know that about me, and then I would be like the British accent girl who grew up in East Tennessee, you know? That'd be funny.
They're like, where are you from? You're like, oh, Tennessee. Like, oh, interesting. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Would you rather be stuck in a romantic comedy with your enemy or a horror movie with your best friend?
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was a good one. I actually only came up with like 2 of these. I got most of them.
Stuck in it? Like I can't get out?
I think you like finish the movie. Maybe it's like for 2 hours.
No,
it feels like a long time.
No, I'm saying the rom-com. Because the horror, there's no good ending. Someone's gonna die.
You're right.
And if it's my best friend, just take me too.
You're right, and there's never
trauma?
like 2 best friends that are gonna live.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I'll be in the rom.
But also, like, imagine the laugh attacks. We would just giggle.
Like, shh, the murderer's right there. I'm like,
actually, we're silently laughing. So we're safe. We're having a good time, and we're safe. So
maybe
I'm going with a horror movie.
Put me in Chainsaw
Although
Massacre.
romantic comedy with an enemy, there are so many like books about that. You know, I mean that's like
I would hate to do it because it's already been done.
That's actually just the plot of Anyone But You. So
yeah, true. Okay, would you rather live in a world without music or without movies?
Movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're next.
Okay, this one's funny. Would you rather have a ding sound every time you wink, or a pow pow sound when you do finger guns? Isn't this like a cute question? Give me credit.
It's a really cute question.
It's from the internet.
Because good one. If it was the ding with the wink, you'd be like Barbie. But the pow pow with the guns is just, you can't beat it.
You really can't. And especially with like all the westerny stuff right now, that would be so fun.
I'm going to say the finger guns just because it's so fun.
But I say very often, I wish my blinks made noise. Like whenever someone said something whenever someone has said something just that I cannot believe, that I'm just.
And you're just like.
And whenever I'm speechless, I always want in like cartoons how they go. Like, so they know that I'm speechless.
We've done a lot of sound effects.
We love onomatopoeia.
Okay. This one is leaning into your fashion.
Okay.
Would you rather wear the same color every day for a year or wear the same hairstyle forever?
Well, I think it would be reasonable for me to wear the same hairstyle forever. But I kind of also think it would be reasonable to wear the same color, because the
color's only for a year.
I love blue. Oh.
Hairstyle's forever.
Oh, the color.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Oh. This one's kind of like a moral question. Would you rather get $1 every time you compliment a stranger, or $1,000 every time you insult a stranger?
Oh, gosh.
I know, but it's $1,000 every time.
I'm going to say the $1. Why would I insult them to their face?
Because you get $1,000.
I'm not... No, I'm saying the $1.
Okay, she's not a capitalist. I get it.
Like, hey, cut the cameras. I want the $1,000.
We're turning this off and it's changing real quick. I mean, yeah, I just can't imagine, like, just walking up to someone and insulting them.
Yeah, no.
But
I agree.
But, like, it's $1,000 every time.
But, like, if it's just a little mean, like, you're so ugly, but you don't mean it, but you said it, so that's $1,000.
Well, your mom always said...
You cross your fingers, tell them they're
literally. Ugly, you cross your fingers. You just cracked the code.
I tend to crack
your mom used to say, there's a little bit of serious in every just kidding.
She did. She wore that out.
She really did say that.
Okay, we need to give a shout out to our dads right now, because I feel like our dads have been the number one supporters of our idea of the podcast. They've been texting us. They both have just been saying how much they love the name and talking to us about it. And earlier, LG and I were texting, and I've been kind of a little nervous about doing this. And LG simply said, we don't have to believe in ourselves. Our dads believe in us. And it was just like kind of silly, but it's so sweet. And I have to give a shout out to, personally, my dad, because he has a YouTube channel,
Sasquatch Boogie.
The Outdoors. And we're using his mics right now, and one day we'll use his camera.
So obviously he had to be our first shout out.
Yes, he's our first sponsor. And so everyone go give his YouTube channel a little look and tell him how, and comment that you came from the Friends in the Wild.
Oh my
podcast.
gosh. If one person does that, he will be so thrilled. And we will be so thrilled.
Will be thrilled.
So, people are kind of haters sometimes. But
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. And I've thought of a perfect quote for the moment. Dr. Seuss once said, "Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind." And I think
that's how
that
we
completely applies to our podcast.
Our dads really have been kind of just so
Yeah.
fun through this.
And our moms are very excited for us.
Our moms are very. My mom was just downstairs.
They literally.
making some final touches to the thing, to the little cover photo with
Yeah.
LG, and I think our parents in general are
Yeah.
just super excited for us.
So we're going to have 4 listeners.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Only 16 more to meet my goal.
Yeah. Come on, guys, let's get it to 20. Anyways,
Our
my dad asked-
parents are going to listen 4 times.
Yeah.
Wait, that would be 5 times.
I'll get on my mom's phone. 4 times. Ooh. Something we said we weren't going to do is say, and that's all we've said. Do you have any closing?
Sync though, so that's kind of great.
If only we harmonized. Do you have any closing remarks?
Do you?
Thanks for listening, if you have.
Yeah, if you've listened this far, text us, because I'm sure we know you.
Yeah, seriously.
Just text us and say what your thoughts were.
Send
but
us
don't
a
be
screenshot. If
don't
you-
be too mean.
Yeah.
We won't make it to episode 2. No, I'm just kidding.
We're
We're really excited. Whoa, that's something we do a lot.
Yeah.
Read each other's minds. I learned it in Futures and Options. Anyways, I'm really excited. We've had so much fun this far, just making the graphic or whatever it's called, the cover art.
I think good things can only be ahead.
Yeah. And
So-
again, it'll be just so fun to look back on.
Yeah.
Just that we did this.
And we're not always going to just talk about ourselves and our lives. We're going to dive into some other subjects eventually. And we're going to have some guests on.
We have
eventually.
so many guests to have on.
We just know so many people.
We're so popular.
Oh, cut that out. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for listening to the first episode of Friends in the Wild.
See ya.